Yo, it's about that time to break forth the rhythm and the rhyme. I'm gonna get mine, so get yours. I wanna see sweat coming out your pores. Oh, it's lesson 53. All right, so today we're reviewing 11 through 15. Got a few notes, a little pep talk from Jesus. We'll get to that. We certainly have some cookies. Sure, why not? Just start off with cookies. My meaningless cookies are showing me a meaningless world, or is it my meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless cookie? I am upset because I see meaningless cookies. That's for dang sure. Yeah, all types of cookie. God did not create a meaningless cookie. Apparently God didn't create any of this shit. A meaningless cookie engenders fear. My cookies are images that I've made. Take it or leave it. I want to see sweat coming out your pores. I should learn all the lyrics because, I mean, that would just be something good to put on my resume. Notes. So Tina Jesus really just had one point today. He went on and on about it, but really was just like, you know what? Do the lessons at your own pace on whatever day you are on. Apparently, when Tina did them, she got a couple days behind because of like personal stuff. We can all relate. And maybe some people were like getting caught up on like doing it by the calendar year. But Jesus is like, no, you start when you want to start. You do them. If something happens in your life where you miss a couple days and you're on lesson 53 today, well, even if 4 days passed, the next time you go to 54, 55, like don't try to catch up. Don't try to skip. Like, it's your pace. You can do them however you want to do them. So do the lessons at your own pace on whatever day you are on. Just because I'm on lesson 53 doesn't mean that you can't start the Course in Miracles for the first time today or tomorrow. Just start with lesson 1 whenever you are ready to get it going on. So he was sort of like LOLing a little bit, like notice how little it takes to ruffle the ego. Right? Like, oh my God, we're on the wrong day. La, 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 la. Like all of a sudden the ego takes absolutely friggin' nothing and runs with it and ruffles its feathers and gets you all just crazy, tied up in a little tantrum because you're on the wrong day. That's what the ego does. So let go of the small errors, ignore the ego when it does this, and focus on your practice. And then, hilarious enough, Jesus ended with, a mind dedicated to finding faults will ruin the day. So if you are looking for faults, if you are searching for them, seeking them out, taking the time to point them out, focusing on all the faults, guess what? That type of mindset will ruin the day. So be positive, bitches, and look for the things that are working. Let go of the small errors. And for the love of God, focus on your practice and keep going with A Course in Miracles. Yeah, be positive. Be positive, absolutely. And yeah, it doesn't matter what day you start on. You could start right now, day 1, just go back. Who cares if I'm on 53? It does not matter. You can start whenever you want to with A Course in Miracles. And yeah, I mean, I could finish up at the, at the end of the year because I am a psycho and I did stick with it. And then I don't have to start on January 1st again. I could take a month off and, recruit some people and then restart again. I'm like looking forward to next year. One, I'm looking forward to Brad doing videos. Oh yeah, I signed you up. Sorry. And then I'm also looking forward to just going back through mine and maybe actually enjoying them a little bit more, or seeing where I've grown or what I understand more now. But yeah, we do get upset when we see a meaningless world because insane thoughts are upsetting. They create a world where there is no order anywhere. And one time I saw, I think it was on Twitter, I'm on Twitter, that's Sadie Cherico. Somebody said something to the extent how did he say it? It was so good. But basically, when nothing starts to make any sense. Like when nothing's making sense in your life, congratulations. That's because it's a dream. And in dreams, nothing makes sense. So congratulations, you're starting to realize this life is a dream. This is a meaningless world. So yeah, that's like pretty crazy though. Like, you know, for all the people that's like, God created the world. But like actually the Course in Miracles, like, no, he didn't. He wouldn't create this craziness. He has the reality. It's called heaven. But this fuckery, this is our fault. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 53, Insights. Review of Lessons 11 through 15. In reading this review today, what stood out to me is the statement that God did not create a meaningless world. I see it as the central foundation of the Course. As I say it to myself, I have a feeling of relief. Because God did not create a meaningless world, I am not stuck for eternity in a world of fear and guilt and pain and suffering. The world I see is only a temporary effect that comes from believing in a world that cannot be real. All the seeming injustices I see in the world have no meaning because God did not create them. All the conflict and the suffering that seems to be in this world is not real because God did not create them. An effect of recognizing this is that God no longer seems to be my enemy or something to be feared. Instead, he is a benevolent place of comfort, a refuge to which I can go for relief from the conflicts I experience in this world. He offers me only peace and love and happiness. That is what he created, and that is what has meaning. He gives this with total consistency because that is what he is, and God does not change. The moment I let go of my investment in a meaningless world, I free myself to return home to the safety and comfort of God. This is what I truly want. This is why I want to learn to forgive all my perceptions in this world, to let them go. This is why I want to practice again and again, many times a day, turning all my thoughts over to the Holy Spirit to receive his interpretation and let go of mine. This is how I will learn to recognize and release the meaningless and accept love, the source of all meaning. I am so grateful for the freedom to exchange my beliefs for what is real and meaningful, for the freedom to remember both who and what we all really are. I am so grateful for my relationship with the Holy Spirit, to know and trust that I am not alone, to wake up and joy and not struggle. I am so grateful for the gentle touch of compassion and the inspiration with which the Holy Spirit touches me and shares with all that surrounds me. I cherish this freedom, unity, and joy, and fulfillment, and I commit to celebrating it as often as I can. The power of decision is strengthened in me today as I allow what this review is saying to wash my mind with real thoughts. My willingness to open to the awareness of what is real is very high today. I am being told by Jesus that the love I am is real. I am God's creation, and this will never change. I am welcomed in the mind of God. I am not seen as an intruder, for the mind of God is my real home. During the day, I will remember this review and hold it close to my heart and offer it to my mind repeatedly. Should I be tempted to give value to the meaningless, Holy Spirit will help me if I ask to go home again. I have never really left the home of God's heavenly mind. It is just a story, a habit that I am willing to let go. This story does not serve me. The story of confusion, of fear, is meaningless. I want to remember my real life with God, and so today's review assures me that this is what I will be given upon my request. And it's all I've ever really had. I fell asleep for a while and dreamed a dream of confusion, of separation, and now I am waking up. Today's review lesson helps me detach from all the stories. There are millions of stories, and none of them are real. I still need the practice of recognizing that every story held within the belief system of time and space is really just a story. It is not real. The Course tells me that the tiny tick of time was over long ago. It never really happened. All is still safe in God. The stories make no difference in what is real. Often the stories do appear very real to me, and I do get wrapped up in them. Made-up stories that are the opposite of God's universal love are indeed fearful and limiting. When I take the opportunity to step back and detach from them, I am able to see how silly and foolish they are. No one could ever be limited by a body. They are just foolish ideas. One of the things that stood out to me today is that I am the decision maker. I choose between illusions and the truth. Today, I am willing to practice opening to the truth. Only love's thoughts are real. Love sees only love. Love knows that stories of lack of love are not real. Love knows that all is safe and that all that could ever be real is eternal, changeless love. This review lesson is a wonderful mind wash. I can soak in it. It will help loosen up all the false ideas I am still clinging to. With the Holy Spirit's help, I am willing to return to the truth that only formless love is real. As I was doing the lesson, I started thinking about the line, I do not value what is totally insane and has no meaning. I started thinking about what this means in my everyday life and what does it mean to value something. I like my house. It is perfect for my needs and it is pleasant to be in. I haven't seen another house I would prefer to live in. Does that mean I have placed value on my house and that I should give it up? I have to live someplace. Would it be better to live in a house I don't like and so wouldn't value? Or would value it mean that I would be devastated if I lost it? That I think I have to have this house in order to be happy. I think this must be what value is. The house is a symbol of fulfillment, and by becoming attached to that particular symbol, I have forgotten that my happiness does not come from this house, but from God. That truly is insane thinking. pathwaysoflight.org. I mean, what's your take on it? I mean, what do you get from the Course in Miracles? It seems like the reality that we're experiencing, that's our ego separation stuff. And yeah, that's what we have to understand, that a lot of times when we decide to believe in this illusion, then that's when we get fear, and God did not create a meaningless world. I know, it's crazy, but it's a little, it says, I am in his mind and he's in mine, but yet at the same time, this is the dream. So anyways, I guess we'll get more clear on that as we go on. But yeah, if I'm seeing a world in which there is suffering and loss and death, that shows me that I am seeing only the representation of my insane thoughts, and I'm not allowing my real thoughts to cast their light on what I see. So if you're living a scary dream, like the Course in Miracles is going to help us get it to be a happier dream. It's still going to be a dream, but it's going to be happier. All right, so anyways, that's it. That's the review today. I think we're doing good. I think we're doing good. Keep on your practice. And I'm excited for tomorrow because I love the number 54.